Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video doing an unboxing, review, and initial setup or installation of the FlexiSpot Dual Motor 79 by 32 inch standing sitting desk, which are these two boxes right here. I recently purchased this for my new apartment and my new desk setup because I couldn't bring my prior desk with me. I decided to go with the largest size of this at 79 inches because the wall behind these boxes is about that size, and I'm going to combine this as using my 38 inch ultra wide monitor as both like a computer desk as well as a TV within my living room space. Additionally, I wanted a separate space where I could read and work at a separate area, so I didn't have to like adjust the desk at the same time. The main features of this desk, it's going to be the white on white model. It'll have a speed of about 1 inch per second. There's going to be 4 customizable memory settings as far as the different height ranges. The height range varies from 28.3 inches up to 47.6 inches, and there is a 5-year warranty. There's a wide variety of color options available. Additionally, there's a wide variety of sizes. So really what I would recommend when purchasing a product like this is really just figure out the space you need, the kind of like the monitor and desk setup that you need, and go with what size is best. The weight capacity for this is 198 pounds, so just be careful of that. With the 79-inch desk, you could reach that limit if you put a ton of stuff on it, but I should be able to lay on this without any issues. As far as the packaging, there's 2 separate boxes. This will probably have the main components for the frame, and this will probably be the desk surface. On the front here, it does show that the desk surface is 4 separate panels. And then the specific model here is going to be QB as in boy 2W 2080-1. But that's it as far as the packaging. What I'll do now is I'll open this up and then we'll walk through putting it together step by step. Okay, so as expected, the contents of the first box was just the desk surface. So I did lay it out on the styrofoam included just to prevent it from getting scraped on the desk surface when we put this together. But that was the contents of the first box, and that's the general size of the 79-inch desk. Okay, and here are all the components that came in the second box. As expected, it's the frame. So you've got the 2 vertical pieces that'll elevate and lower with motors attached. You have the motor mechanism with the setting feature. You have a couple bags of hardware. Each of these are labeled with letters. There's a small piece that's like a frame like this. There's the bottom leg components. There's these 2 frame pieces which are a little bit smaller. There's 2 frame components that are identical, and then 2 other ones. And that's everything that comes in the box. It looks like it'll be relatively straightforward, not too complex. They do provide an instruction manual with instructions on how to use it and everything like that. So what I'll do now is I'll read this, review it, and then we'll walk through putting everything together step by step so you can follow along at home. Okay, so step 1 is going to be called splice the beams. So you're going to basically just take the 2 beams that there's a total of 4 of them, align the holes, and then what you're going to do is use the tool included that they provide, as well as these nuts and this bolt, which I believe are C and D, and you'll need a total of 4 of these. As far as laying this out, what you want to do is just look at the pieces, and there's going to be basically on one side there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 2 holes that are really close around like this triangle of holes, and another hole here, and then on the other piece there's going to be square holes. And so what you'll want to do is just line it up so that you can guarantee that those all align. And so you see here, they all align. And then basically you're going to take the nut, put it on the inside of this, okay? Or not the nut, the bolt. Put it on the inside and then put the nut on the outside here. And then get it hand tight. And so that's going to be one of them. And then you'll do the same thing for this other hole here. And then put the nut on. And then you're going to use the tool to tighten it, okay? And so you'll tighten it that way. And so what it looks like close up is there's going to be basically one nut here, or one bolt and nut, and then on the back side the nut is here, and then basically you just get this tight by holding and pressing it in and using this tool. It's hard to do with one hand on camera, but you just tighten it up all the way and do the same thing for the other one. Okay, and so this is what it looks like when you're done with that step. Another way to confirm which angle or way to do this is that there's going to be a lip on the top and all the holes are pointing upwards, so that's the easiest way to confirm it. But that's that first step. Okay, so step 2 is going to be connecting this connector plate. It's going to be pretty straightforward, so I'm going to zoom in so you can see this, sorry. But basically on the frame here, there's going to be 2 holes. What you want to do is flip this piece over so that like the holes are facing upwards, but then you flip it so it's on the back side where you put the nuts on. And then you're going to use the same parts C and D. As far as putting this in, use the same direction so the bolts point upwards, all right? And then the nuts are going to be on the same side that you used before. And that's what it looks like, and then tighten it. You can make the mistake of putting it on this side pointing inwards. Make sure you don't do that. So just keep all the same direction as far as the bolts. Okay, so step 3 is going to be attaching the legs to the frame. So what that encompasses, you'll need the 2 separate legs, which you have laid out, and then you're going to attach the frame to the legs using this piece, which is A. There's going to be a total of 8 A's. And then what you're going to do is flip this over, use the C and D to connect it like we previously did for the connector. Alright, so what you want to do here is you're going to lift this up, line it up with the frame. There's going to be 2 separate holes here, 1, 2. It lines up perfectly here. And then you're going to use the A bolt to screw directly into this. It'll screw directly into the leg frame. And so what I would do is just get this hand tight. All right, for each of these, and then get it lined up on both sides first before tightening it all the way. Hex wrench on this, and that's how you're going to tighten it. And so you just tighten it all the way down. You'll tighten it a little bit more when you do that. Do the same exact thing for the other side. Similarly, just get this aligned here. Do that for each of these bolts. All right, so after that, what you need to do is you're going to flip this all the way over. And so just be careful because it's a little bit heavy, but flip it all the way over, all right? And then you're going to virtually do the exact same thing on the other side. And so you're going to line these holes up and then basically tighten up each of the end pieces first. Okay, so this is what it looks like after that step where you've got both frames attached and they're secured and tightened on both sides. Next up, what you do is just come back to the middle where the connecting frame is. You're going to virtually do what you previously did, and that's going to be putting these bolts on the like outside in, all right, into the connecting frame, and then you're going to put the nuts on and tighten that. Okay, so next up is step 4. Sorry, it's a little bit blurry. But basically you're going to attach the base legs to the frame that you have. So what you'll first off do is take the frame and turn it up on its edge like this. All right, make sure it's sturdy, not falling. And then you're going to basically attach each of these legs, slide directly in here. And these are, I think it was A, but these are going to be hex bolts, and you can just use the same tool for this. And so you just get it hand tight and go ahead and use the exact same tool and tighten this. So that's what it looks like when you attach both footings and each of them are secure with the frame. Okay, so next up we're on step 5. Sorry, it's a little bit blurry. But this is going to be installing the support plate. You're going to use, I believe they say E, so a separate container. But basically you have to first flip this all the way upside down. You might need 2 people because it's a little bit awkward. So this is the support plate. It's got 4 or multiple holes, I think 6 holes. But in the middle here, there's 2 wider ones. What you do is just line this up on the edge here. And then these are the bolts. They have like Loctite on them. And then using the exact same tool, you'll just tighten this all the way. So this is what the other side looks like. Okay, so step 6 is going to be splicing and connecting the desk top. So what you'll need first off are these dowels. And so for the middle portion here, make sure all the holes on the surface are pointing upwards and aligned with the other levels. But basically on one edge, so you see here, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 holes. And basically you're going to put these dowels into here. And if you struggle, you might need to use a hammer, but usually you can just push them down. All right. And then what you need to do is make sure that lines up with the holes on the other one. And so here's the other holes, so I had it flipped. All right. And then make sure the surface, again, all the holes are pointing upwards. And then you're just going to get this aligned and flush. And so that's all you have to do for the first part of this. All right, and then the second part of this, you are going to do virtually the same exact thing, but for the sides here. And so you need 4 separate dowels. So if you look, again, there's 4 holes, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to just slide these dowels in to slide this into this piece. Make sure it's all aligned with the holes on the other one. And you get it all the way flush. Sometimes it's misaligned. If that's the case, you do have to loosen it and pull it back together. But make sure it gets all the way in. So that's the one side, and do the exact same thing for the other side. There, okay, so that's everything for that second step. Okay, and so the last step here is basically you're gonna take these metal plates and install it on all the areas where the squares are. So there's gonna be 4 on one side, so 1, 2, 3, 1, and then 4 on that side, and then virtually 1, 2, 3, 4. As far as installing these, if you look at these plates, there is an indentation for this screw, so you want to use it like that so it's flush, okay? And there's actually lettering on this plate, so the lettering should face upwards. If you have it the wrong way, where it's like this, where the lettering isn't present, and you put this screw in, the screw is not going to be flush, so it's going to be elevated like that, so that's not what you want to do. And these are actual screws, so you do need a screwdriver for this, but I'll show you what it looks like up close. Okay, so this is what the layout looks like for all of these. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure that they're aligned appropriately, and then you're going to screw in 4 screws per each, which I'll show close up for one of them, and then I'll show you what the end product looks like. All right, so all you have to do is just very carefully screw this in, use a screwdriver. You don't want to over tighten it because you can split the wood or damage it. And so really just get it all the way flush. Don't over tighten it, make sure it's mobile at first. Do the diagonal of that one just so you can secure the plate in place. Get that pseudo flush, get this other one in. All right, and then the last one. Okay, so that step took a while just because there's so many screws, but all of them are tightened now and you've got the 8 plates in place. Okay, for step 7, it's a little bit complicated, but basically you're going to be putting the frame onto the desktop and securing it, and there's going to be a screw sequence here. So there's going to be circles, which you'll do first with the F screws. So there's a circle here, you'll do those first, which are the end ones on both sides. Then you'll do the squares, which are the pieces here, and then you'll do the triangles. All right, and this will use a screwdriver, and then what they recommend doing is just loosely do them all and then tighten them, and so I would tighten them in that sequence. So first off, you got to get the frame on top of this and lined up with the holes. You might need 2 people for this, but I'll do it off camera for this time point. Okay, so I put screws next to each of the holes, but you just got to get it lined up. And if you remember, you're going to start with the circle, which is going to be the 2 ends here. And so you'll tighten that first on each side. So you tighten that one. I'm not going to do all these on camera just because it'll take time. And then you're going to do this side here. You do the exact same thing for the other side. So after you do the 2 end screws on the opposite side, then you're going to come to this one here and screw this one in, because this back side. Okay, so after you get the 2 legs, then you're going to go in sequence, like alternating all these screws. Okay, so at this point I have all the screws in. I haven't tightened them all the way, but that's what it'll look like. Make sure you get them all in. And then basically what you want to do is just go ahead and tighten all of them in the same sequence. Okay, so next step is going to be step 8, and this is going to be installing the keypad, which is this. So what you'll have to do is face it downwards like this. Remember, you're working upside down. And you have the option of installing this in any of the corners. So there's holes here, on the other side, there and there. So it's really customized based on your personal preference. I'm right-handed, and so what I'm going to do is when I flip this over, it's going to be facing this direction, and so I'll want it in this corner. And so basically, when it's upright at least, so what I want to do is basically put it here so that when I flip it over, it's facing outwards there. All you have to do at this point is make sure the keypad, the numbers are facing like upside down so that you have it. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes. All you have to do is basically put these 2 screws in and get them lined up with the holes there. Okay, so it's flush. And then you're going to tighten this. Make sure you don't over tighten it because it is plastic. Okay, so sorry if my camera gets out of focus, it's acting up a little bit, but the next step is basically you're going to put this power adapter onto the back of the desk. Basically it shows you that keep the adapter on the same side as the hand control. And so in this instance, this is exactly like the diagram, so the hand control's over there, and you're virtually going to just put this on, which is basically Velcro with a sticky pad. So keep the Velcro on, peel the sticky pad off, right? And then you're going to put it about right here on the actual pad. And so just press it down, and that's secure there. What we're going to do is walk through this cable diagram here as far as installation. It's labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, but I'll kind of go based on the easiest way of doing this. So first off, what you want to do is the power cable to the wall. So that's this cable here, which has the prong. You're going to insert the 2 prongs here into the back of this box. Sorry, it's still a little bit blurry. I hate when it does this. But next up, there's going to be 1 to the box. What it says is if you put this power cable or adapter closer to the box, you do not need the shorter extension cable. But if you look at how we did it, we'll need it in this instance. Sorry, it's very blurry. And in order to do that, basically, you're going to take this shorter cable, okay, connect it to this adapter here, which uses the black port. It's like this 2-prong thing. You just slide it in here. So this is what I mean. There's going to be 6 prongs on the 2 side ports, and then in the middle there's going to be a 4-prong port. And so you have to have this upside, so like it clicks into place, and it'll release if you press it down, but it'll click into place. Okay, so next up is going to be this cable from this motor, and so you're basically going to take this and plug it into the rightmost port and click it into place. And then lastly, there's going to be this extension cable that you're going to connect from the left port all the way to the other motor. And so what you want to do is the prong is going to go into the other port here, okay? And then they show it wrapping adjacent to here, like this. And then what you want to do is just connect this to this other port and make sure it's lined up. And then this diagram just shows you how to clasp everything. So this is the insert for the first power adapter. So you slide it down and click it in and slide it down. The rest you just click into place, and then this is the order for it, so if you have to reference that. So I didn't realize that my autofocus on my camera broke, so I did go over all the features on this, but I'm not going to emphasize that now the video quality is so poor. You can reach out directly if you need. But basically there's 4 memory settings, up, down button, and it's very versatile from that standpoint. And then I do a video showing my desk setup in the end. But thanks for watching.